Okay, I'm sorry. I want to cancel you for that too. Choo choo, really? Really? Is your audience filled with 5-year-olds? Choo choo, I get it. Cody trains. All right. Okay, so Cody Ko addresses the Tana Mongoose situation, kinda. And this is by, it is Spill Sesh, right? Yeah, Spill Sesh. So, all right, let's watch it.
Cody Ko has come out to address things on his YouTube channel. He hasn't posted in a minute now, but he's made his return, slightly talking about things that have been going on. And let's talk about what he said. Now, this was a very quiet return back to YouTube as Cody Ko posted a video to...
Okay, real quick. If you remember, I don't remember what show it was, but Cody Ko and Tana were at a party when she was 17 years old. And I can't remember what con it was, but it was almost like how there's VidCon, but this one was in Florida. And in Florida, the age of consent is 18 years old. And I think he was like 26 and she was 17. And Gabby Hanna actually kind of backed this up years prior, talking about how she told a full-grown man, don't mess with that girl because she's 17. And yeah, apparently, allegedly, things happened between Cody Ko and Tana. Well, years later, Tana comes out and tells that story. So, it's a thing. I can't remember. Playlist Live. Yes, Brooke A, you are amazing. Yes, Playlist Live. Yep, it happened in Florida, and the age of consent in Florida is 18 years old.
To his Cody Trains YouTube channel, and in the 20-minute long video titled 34 Miles, he waited till the very last minutes to address his audience about all this. Now, it's been a while since we talked about
Now, I will say, since the allegations came out and Tana told her story, and people dug and found where, matter of fact, I think it was, what's his name? What is his name? He found an old clip of Gabby Hanna talking about the situation on a podcast. And ever since then, Cody Ko's been quiet. He hasn't said a word. He left the company that he was part of, and he went dead silent. D'Angelo Wallace. Yeah, D'Angelo Wallace found that old clip that nobody could find, but he found the old clip of Gabby Hanna talking about the situation. Yeah, and he went and DJ'd over in Las Vegas, playing the I'm Sorry song. Yeah.
Cody and the whole situation surrounding him this summer, so let's go back to why he even went silent in the first place. At the beginning of summer, Tana Mojo, during a game, she was asked about the smallest you-know-what, and she did not hold back during one of her canceled podcast live shows. She outright said that it was Cody Ko, and then followed it up by casually mentioning that she was 17 when it happened. If you do the math, Cody would have been about 25 at the time. Now, Tana has mentioned this in passing before, so people had speculated on this being something that happened, but this time it was clear she was being straightforward about it, and she wasn't holding back. The reaction online was mixed. Some people immediately called out Cody, while others questioned Tana's credibility, pointing to her history of drama and embellishment.
But even though some people... Yes, let's talk about that for a moment, okay? Let's talk about that for a moment. The very same people who would headhunt anybody if they even thought of touching someone under the age of 18, they were so quick to dismiss Tana's story, because let's be honest, Tana has a history of lying, right? And look, I'm not one to throw out like the misogyny card like super easy. I'm not one to do that. But you should have seen the comments that were floating around about Tana. Everything from she was a slut then, she's a slut now, to who cares, Tana lies, to she was giving it up easy back then. It was like no support. But the sad reality is, had it been anyone else besides Tana, those very same people would have lifted up their torches to go after Cody Ko. if it had been any other person besides Tana. It was absolutely crazy to see the reaction of people. Yeah, people were saying that she deserved it and she deserved to be great because she was, because she said the N-word. Yeah, people were nasty as when they found out about this story. But those very same people would have went after Cody Ko had it been somebody else. You know what that's called? That's called hypocrisy. That's what that's called. And there's a lot of hypocritical people on this platform and on the internet. Period, point blank, period. Yeah, she got a taste of that Trisha Paytas effect. Yes, Skip. Yes, 100%. 100%. Meaden said, hold on, he played the I'm Sorry song by Justin Bieber, the song where Justin claims to miss the body of the other person. He played that after he allegedly, not after, it wasn't after the accusations came out. And he was DJing over in Las Vegas. And yes, he played that song.
Did cover the story, it did not get the attention that a lot of people thought that it should have. After the live show clip went viral, Tana addressed the backlash on her podcast. She reiterated her story and even shared extra details, saying that Gabby Hanna once pulled Cody aside and told him that Tana was 17.
To be 100% truthful, when I look back at the Cody situation, I definitely am like, why was he doing that? You know what I mean? And there were so many situations. There was a situation with Gabby Hanna at a Playlist Live where she pulled him aside and told him like, yo, she's 17. And then we still went and hooked up. And I can look at that.
Yes. And the thing is, Gabby Hanna, years before this podcast episode right here, years before, talked about a situation with one of her friends who was grown and pulling her friend off to the side and telling them, don't mess with her because she's 17. And Gabby told that story years ago. She didn't just tell it. She told it years ago, so it coincides with this. And I know Keemstar had come out with a tweet, because when I first covered it, I showed it. But yeah, it was confirmed.
That and be like, what why the were you doing that?
And if that wasn't enough, Gabby's comments about the situation from years ago resurfaced, where she had vaguely mentioned this scenario on her own podcast.
One time, I told a guy, I saw him making out with a girl at a party who was underage, and I pulled him aside and I was like, hey man, you probably don't know, I know she like looks a little older, she's underage, watch it. And he's like, oh my God, thank you for telling me. And then
Keemstar then even backed this up, saying that Gabby did tell him back in the day that this was a situation that had happened.
This was told to me years ago, off record. Now, what has changed? Well, we have Tana Mojo on record, and then we have Gabby Hanna's permission of me sharing what I was told years ago. That's what's changed. That's why I'm coming out with this statement now.
At the end of June, Rolling Stone had actually covered.
And people got on Keemstar for not coming it out back then. Well, first of all, you have to understand, you don't make statements like that on the record without absolute proof. Because, again, technically, in Florida, it was against the law. The age of consent is 18 in Florida. How would it look to come out with accusations like that without any firm proof? He would have been stupid to repeat what Gabby Hanna told him years ago, when all it was word of mouth. I'm just saying.
Covered the topic, but even this huge outlet calling out Cody, it still didn't become the story that it ended up becoming, with all eyes on Cody, people actually holding him accountable. Things started to shift once D'Angelo Wallace made a video breaking down the entire situation.
And his video was so good. D'Angelo Wallace's video on it was really, really good. He was the one that found the old clip and put it up. And then and it's funny because you saw the shift. You saw the shift in it. Because once he pulled out that old clip, people were like, oh shit, maybe Tana's not lying. Because here's Gabby. She's co-signing the story, but years prior.
In July, and he called out the commentary bros who weren't holding Cody accountable. Other creators then began speaking out, and suddenly things turned. People were demanding.
Okay, I don't know why she used the term commentary bros, but when she says commentary bros, she's not talking commentary community guys. She's talking about the commentary bros that are part of the circle of Cody Ko. Those guys. Okay, not this little niche community, but like the bigger dudes who are like cookie cutter and clean and stuff like that. Those guys.
accountability from Cody. They were also demanding accountability from people that he is associated with, like Brittany Broski. And this is when Cody sort of stopped posting, because up until this point, he felt like things were kind of safe. He could still post on YouTube. Not everyone was calling him out, but after this, everyone was calling him out. Brittany Broski addressed things on her story, writing, "I'm crushed to learn about the Cody allegations. If it's proven to be true, then that's extremely upsetting as a collaborator and longtime fan. I find all of this disturbing, inappropriate, and just flat out disappointing." And then TMG Studios posted a statement online. TMG Studios is Cody and Noelle Miller's media company and podcast network, and they made a statement. They said that they originally sent this out to their employees, but they were sharing it with the public, and they wrote, "This morning we shared the note below with the employees of TMG Studios. We wanted to share it with you as well. Our shows will resume in the coming weeks. Thank you for your support. Hi everyone. We want to start by thanking you all for your patience while we were working to figure out the best path forward for the studio. We know it's been a very strenuous few weeks for everyone, and we really appreciate your willingness to bear with us. You are the most creative and incredible group of people. We feel so lucky to work with all of you. TMG Studios is what it is because of you. We couldn't be more proud of the incredible roster of talent we've been privileged to work with and everything we've accomplished together. As we enter into this phase of the studio, we wanted to let you know that Cody will not be involved in the day-to-day operations at TMG Studio."
Okay, that wording. Cody will not be involved in the day-to-day operations at TMG. I almost said Z. TMG. That doesn't mean he's not with them anymore. It just means he's not going to be doing the day-to-day operations. It doesn't mean he's gone.
What has transpired over the past few weeks is a personal issue for him, and Cody wants to remove any effect this is having on your professional and personal lives and the work you and our other hosts have done to make TMG Studios so successful. Noelle will continue to lead the team. His top priority remains the life and growth of the studio and its talent. Our audience sees your hard work every week, and we want that to continue. They deserve it, and so do you. We have built something truly special, and he's committed to keeping that alive and well. Sincerely, Cody and Noelle. Noelle then put out a statement on the TMG for Real Instagram account saying, "Hey everyone, I wanted to say thank you for the messages and support. It means a lot to me. I'll be back up next week with a new episode of TMG. See you soon. Thank you, Noelle." And ever since, Noelle has been carrying the podcast solo. Now, Cody wasn't exactly in hiding, though. He was offline, but he was still DJing in Vegas. Back in January, it was announced.
Yeah, he wasn't hiding. It's not like he wasn't accessible. He just wasn't doing anything with his YouTube or on YouTube at all. And he wasn't like really posting. He was in Las Vegas DJing. That's what he was doing. He wasn't gone. He just stepped away for a while. And if you notice, that's what the OG YouTubers do. When they have a serious allegation, they go radio silent. They don't address it. They don't say anything. They tuck their tail. They hide in hopes that it'll go away. Every single time.
That Cody was to have a residency at the Wynn this year. They shared the news in a collaborative post on Instagram, writing, "Cody Ko joins the lineup for his 2024 Wynn Nightlife residency. Catch him all year at Encore Beach Club and XS Las Vegas." And over the summer, he still had performances that he did. And at one of the shows this summer, he was playing Sorry by Justin Bieber, which everyone who saw it pretty much all agreed that this was in a very poor taste to play. Tana ended up even seeing the video where someone said, "This bumping to Sorry in the midst of one of the biggest influencer scandals ever instead of speaking out is so the real bros of Simi Valley coded," and she laughed in the comments. In September, Cody made a small return to social media to post on his Cody Trains Instagram account. It was just an Instagram story, but people thought that it meant that he was kind of testing the waters for a full return. A return it doesn't seem that he was fully ready to make until this week.
Yeah. He was testing the waters. That's what they do. They start out on their social media going, okay, do people still hate me now? Do they still hate me? Let's see.
Like I said, he did return, not on his main channel, not with a grand apology, but on his side channel called Cody Trains. It was a 20-minute long video, and he spends about a minute of it vaguely addressing the controversy. He said something along the lines of understanding if people no longer support him and that he respects their choice, but he also mentioned that he plans to continue making content because he loves it.
To commit to this training schedule, I'm gonna have to commit to, potentially losing some weight so I can get faster, and the whole thing just scares me. But I want to vlog it. I want to vlog the whole process, just like I did for Ironman. Being creative, doing this type of thing and putting it out there, it's just in my DNA. I need to do it, and so I'm gonna do it. Obviously, I understand I've been offline for months, haven't made videos for, that whole time. And I also understand if your opinion of me has potentially changed over the last few months. I spent the first half of my career criticizing people and judging people online. So, I don't begrudge your judgment of me by any means.
Then just address it! Just address it, bro! Address it! you're not doing yourself any favors, but just going, you know, if you think differently of me, I kind of understand because I've called out people. Just address it. Even Tana says, I don't feel abused. I don't have any trauma over it. Was it wrong? Yes, it was wrong, but like, I'm okay. I'm not traumatized. It's a crime, though. I don't think he can address. You know what? True. Okay, Skip. All right. Just because you have the brain power to like think of something like that. Okay, fine, Skip. It's a crime. He can't. But this is the internet. We need everything addressed. Shit.
I just think all I can do right now and moving forward is just try to be the best person I can be for myself and for my family, and just try to continue putting the best shit out there that I can. So that's what I'm going to do. And if you stick around to watch it, I very much appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, truly. And so that's the plan. 3:30 marathon in March.
Well, if you think about it, didn't he just kind of address it, though? When he says, your opinion of me may have changed, and I get it because I call out people. That was kind of an acknowledgement, wasn't it? Yeah? No? Maybe? Yeah, he kind of did. Okay.
March, hopefully, and you're going to see the process. So I will see you soon, and choo-choo.
Some people made comments about how...
Okay, I'm sorry. I want to cancel you for that, too. Choo-choo? Really? Really? Is your audience filled with 5-year-olds? Choo-choo? I get it. Cody trains. All right? I get it. Cody trains. But choo-choo? Really? I'm sorry. You should be canceled because of that alone. Space Fish for $9.99. He might not want to address it because he's trying to get a visa into the U.S. If they do a background check and him addressing it comes up, he'll be declined. Also, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Space Fish. And that kind of makes sense. Thank you very much. It's true, Skip. Bro banged a minor and wants to vlog about his fitness or some shit. The nerve. I'm right. But your opinion may change on me, Your opinion of me may have changed, and I understand. The fuck?
How H3 is currently on a break, so this was very strategic timing for him. I also think that
true! He did drop that while H3... But, okay, but let's be honest. Let's be honest here. H3 is a petty motherfucker. H3 is going to say something about that because H3 loves him some Tana. So he's going to say something when they come back from break. He's going to say something. 100%.
It's in his favor that this Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni story has consumed everyone. It's also the holidays, so people are more focused on that than Cody Ko coming back to the internet. All the footage that he showed in this video was basically from a month ago, so it really just says that he's been sitting on this for a while, probably waiting for the right time to come back. I will say that as many people as there were being negative about his return, there were also an equal amount pretty happy about it, but I also think that those are the same people who didn't really want to believe Tana from the beginning, and all else.
And that was a lot of people. That was a crazy amount of people. Now, granted, we don't know what actually happened, but the thing is that for me personally, all right, this is for me personally. I'm not telling you how to feel, all right? I'm not going to do that. But for me personally, knowing that Gabby had talked about a situation like that years prior, and Keemstar coming out and co-signing that Gabby told him, and Tana saying it in the present day about Gabby, it adds up to me. And I am inclined to believe it because of that. Because you have coinciding stories, but you have coinciding stories at different points in time. It's not like it was scripted and everything thrown together the same day. No, it was years apart. So I'm sorry, I'm inclined to believe it.
I'll say to that is that He isn't sitting here in this video denying anything. He's straight up saying that he understands if people don't want to support him. So it's not like he was saying that there's these lies about me, these false allegations, nothing. He's straight up saying he understands if people don't support him. So for anyone to tell Tana that she was lying or something, watch this a couple.
Okay, missed it. Miss Doc. Wait, Xylie. You weren't actually mad at Cody about this, right? You know what kid behind the camera did with Bridget? No, and I don't care, because this is the reason why I find this hilarious, that it's Cody Ko. I find it hilarious when you have these snotty ass YouTubers who act like they're from a cookie cutter and they do no wrong, and then you find out dirt about them, and then they run and tuck their tail behind their legs or between their legs, and they dip out until it's the perfect time for them to come out. I find it very funny and hypocritical when I see that shit, and I like to point and laugh. That's why.
Couple times, because he is not saying she's a liar, but that is what Cody had to say when he came back online this week. I certainly want to know what you guys think about this whole situation. Let me know your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye, Spill Sesh. Goodbye. Goodbye, Spill Sesh.